What's happening, YouTube? This is a quick video. I wanted to talk about these tests that I talked about in a previous video. What I'm doing now is I'm just testing out this Alesis 12R mixer and making sure that all of its functions work. I'm using my Pocket Operator PO12. I'm also using a Zoom B1 effects pedal to test the effects return and send. And I'm using my patch bay to make things a lot easier. As you can see, all of the inputs and outputs for this mixer are not on the front, they're on the back. So the only way that I can get to them with any ease is through a patch bay. Now I'm not using the patch bay to its full potential here. I'm just using it for convenience so I can test each of these channels. Allow me to strike up the band here. And here I'm inserting into the first channel, which is wired to track 1 down here. And I'm going to test out channel 2. And yeah, I just go through and I test all of these out. I've already done this prior. The problem channel is channel 8. What's happening here is the preamp is dead on this one. Now I might be able to go in and fix it. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it does not work. What I've been doing in the past is I've been using this for one of my drum machines, and I've been using my Trigotronic P77 vacuum tube distortion pedal as a preamp for it, and it's working out pretty well. So I'll probably just continue to do that. I am very tempted to open this thing up though once I get all of my electronic tools here and see if I can figure out what's going on. But to tell you the truth, it's going to be a lot of trouble, and it's going to push me back probably 1 to 2 months, and I can't afford to do that. So I'm just going to push forward and use another external preamp, so to speak. And how I do that, let me turn this off temporarily. How I do that is by using the insert channel in the back. And the insert channel allows me to sort of hijack the signal, take it somewhere else, and then bring it back into the mixer right here back where it came from. In this in particular case, right before the preamp. So since the preamp isn't working, it's going to go ahead and just boost the signal instead. So what else can I test? Let me turn this back on. Come back over here to channel 1. I can also test the effects. We'll turn it down just a little bit so you can hear. And right now, the effects are going out of this channel into this effects pedal, and then the return is coming down to this mixer. So I'm testing the difference between having the effects come into a mixer or have it go into the actual stereo aux return. And the reason why I do that is because I want to see if there's any phasing issues. So what I'm going to do is come up to another preset that I have set up, and you can kind of hear that phasing issue, and I think that is just a natural anomaly. There's also a little bit of scratchy. This pot's kind of scratchy, so I would like to go in there and clean this out. That's an easy fix, but it may not be easy to open everything up. So what I was testing there was, did I have the same sort of phase cancellation issue? Well, it's not cancellation, but sort of a phasing issue using the stereo aux return on this mixer just versus coming into this mixer. Now the output of this mixer comes into channels 9 and 10 up here on this mixer. So I was worried that that long extra signal path was causing just enough of a delay to cause a phase issue. But my ears hear the exact same sort of quote-unquote phasing issue using the stereo aux return, which is a much shorter signal path than going through this mixer. And since that's the case, what it tells me is that, well, that's just the way that it is. It could be the Zoom pedal itself. That could be why it's so cheap. I don't think so. But if we hear this again, when I'm actually using the effects that I'm going to be using, there's really no phasing issue. So I think this is going to be just fine. Well, this turned out to be a little bit longer video than I anticipated, but I just want to show you real quickly how I can kind of test this stuff and why it's really important to test this stuff in between you're moving so that you take care of any issues at the foundation before everything is set up. See you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.